Alright, so we're kitting up a second canvas after my first fail. And this one has little bags. So, that's fun. So I don't know if you will see the first video or not, but I tried to kit up a canvas for my Nightmare Fuel, and that canvas had a wrong color and had no stick whatsoever, so that canvas ain't gonna work. So now I'm trying to do some more. Let's see. I'm using these containers because apparently I have them and they're free. I didn't think I had any containers that I could use, but apparently I was wrong. Sometimes it's nice to be wrong. Oh boy. Apparently I should do this over a boat because I'm making a mess. Cool. So this canvas, if you were to work by numbers, is one of those annoying ones where 1 is 2, 2 is 3, and so on. Aren't those fun? I don't work that way, so it doesn't matter to me, but that's what this canvas is. And again, I didn't label my container, and I should have labeled my container because I always forget which painting is in what container, but I never seem to remember to label them. Go me, right? It's like, oh, I'll remember who's who. I don't need to label the container. Sure you will. I mean, at least if I do a video with you guys, I can look back at the video like, okay, what container was I using for that painting? Otherwise, some of the paintings I have, it's like, I'm going to have to look through every color and, like, match codes to get this all sorted out. So, fun is that. What happened with these bags? They're, like, stuck to each other, and they're both 407 by the looks of it. But of course that number's way down there, cut off. 407. So I got a few of you guys sent me pictures. Diamond Painting with Jack has sent me hers, and it's the horror panels, which is cool. Then somebody posted a Headless Horseman, and what was the other one? There was another one. I'm not remembering what it is right now. I'm sorry. I really am not remembering what it is right now. It was cool, too. I remember it being cool. Well, yep, there goes that, I guess. Can't keep those thoughts in my head either. My mom is working on those 2 clown kids, I believe. People will get to see what that looks like, but again, that one was discontinued, which I'm sorry. I know a lot of you guys apparently liked it and wanted it, but it legit is discontinued, so. Also, if you hear the bird plucking at his floor for food and stuff, that's what you're listening to, is the pigeon plucking around the floor at the food. I know I can hear it. I don't know if the camera picks it up or not. 9:15. I wish this ink that I used actually stayed the color it was when it was wet. I loved the red that it was when it was wet. It was a lot easier to read too. I wish it stayed that red. So I might want to try buying some more of these markers from a different seller, see if there's any other colors or anything that works a little bit better than what I'm using, because they're just not the easiest to read. Some of them aren't, and then like other ones, I think my white, which you would think would be the easiest to read, actually has like an issue or something like that, so it doesn't work very well. I don't know if it just like kind of dried up or what, but I seem to remember last time I tried to use white, it didn't work. .761. See? So I haven't shown you guys who I'm working on yet, but I kind of had it narrowed down to 3 canvases. I know there's a few more that would have been cool too, but I kind of narrowed it down to 3, and I'm like, well, which one of these 3 am I going to do? Then I finally made the decision on which one I was going to do, only to find out that I was missing a color. Okay, that sucks, but still very doable. I'll just replace it with some other color, and I was just going to work on the canvas minus that color and just get back to that color later. So I'd do everything on my light board, and then when I'm done with that, or when I felt like it, in between doing that, I would find a replacement color for the color that was missing. Cool, no big deal. Like, annoying, but no big deal. What they did, for some reason, is they gave me a bag of white for number 19 when it was supposed to be a blue for number 19. Don't know how that happened, but that's what happened. So, I was like, okay, cool, I'll just roll with this. And I was like, writing the numbers on the bags and just getting it all set up just to work out of the bags. Wanted to just start working on the canvas. And then I put drills, I finally get all the bags labeled, make sure that I wasn't indeed missing a bag, and I didn't just have like 2 bags of 19 and they put my extra white in a bag that said 19 instead of, you know, something like that, right? So I was all set to go. Started out with the black, tried to put them on the side, and oh, look at that, they won't stick. Okay, that's not nice. Well, maybe the stick is just bad on the edge. Like, if so, that sucks, but cool, right? So I try to put the drills in the middle, just randomly. I didn't give a shit at this point. I was just annoyed with it. And nope, no stick. So that canvas has 0 stick. Now I could fix it like Tita's done with like that glue adhesive stuff. I've put double-sided tape on canvases I didn't like to stick on before too, so I can do that too. Any of that other stuff. But the fact that it was missing a color and that the stick was bad, I decided to ask Temu to send me the canvas again. So I'm waiting for them to send me the canvas again. That means, however, I am not going to be doing that canvas this month if I do that. And hopefully it comes with better stick and I won't have to fix the canvas, and hopefully it has the right color and I won't have to worry about that. But yeah, so that was a little fun. But now on to this one, which was one of the other ones that I had an idea, but that other one just like seemed like it would fit perfectly for the event, like perfect. So that's why I wanted to work on that one, why I finally decided to work on that one. And it took me a few weeks to decide what canvas I was going to work on. I've been like, well, do I work on this one, or that one? And not being sure which one to start on. And then when I finally pick which one to start on, it's like, you picked the wrong canvas. You can't do that one. So it annoyed me, and I'm like, okay, I'm not doing any canvases. I'm done. So I didn't do anything that night. And now I'm like, okay, well, let's see what canvases we have, what drills we have, and let's get this all figured out. So that's what we're up to now. I wrote down my canvases, looked for where their drills were. This was the easiest one to acquire the drills of, so this is the one we're working on. It was between my red lady with all the eyes and my black lady with all the eyes. And no, I'm not saying skin color. One lady has like reddish, pinkish eyes. The other lady has a blacker canvas. I think she has like black hair type eyes, and this one's more like tentacly red type eyes. So it was between the blacker canvas or this kind of pinker reddish canvas, and this was the one that the drills were easiest to get to, so this is the one that won. That was how I decided that. Whoever's drills I came upon first was the winner. Because again, like I said, I'm starting to keep drills in bigger totes where they're like deeper down for layers and layers. So like first layer I come to, it's like, alright, that's the canvas I'm working on. I still am thinking about adjusting that and like making inserts for the totes or something, because I really like the dresser one or anything else where I can literally pull out it, just flip through the top row and maybe pull the top row out to flip through the bottom row, but there's only like 2 rows. I don't have to worry about it being 5 rows deep. I don't know if this one is 5 rows deep, but it is at least 4 rows deep. Like, I didn't get like a full height tote. I didn't get like an under bed tote though. I got like this middle ground. Eight, 9, 1. We're almost done with this. Oh crap, this container was facing the wrong way. So let's see if the sticker will peel off and stick back on, shall we? I thought I had all the containers facing the right way. Okay. And then we got 894. 894. Where's 894? 894. Not very much of some colors, huh? And now for the colors that I set aside, which we have 2 colors to set aside, this purple and our 939, because they had so many bags. I didn't think they'd all fit in one container. So this one is 550, so it is a purple. I got how many bags here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 bags here. Okay. I don't know how many bags these containers fit. Don't mind the dogs. They're always noisy. It's just how noisy and what noises. So, I could fit more in there. Like, I think that's kind of half full, but at the same time, when I have it like this, it doesn't look like I really want to put too many more in there. So that's 6 bags. How many bags do I have left? 2, 4, 6, 7. So what I'm actually going to do is put this 550 into another container and actually have all the bags taken out. Normally I just leave the extra bags in there to pour out as I empty it, but oh, this one's opening sideways too. Come on. And I didn't cut these bags fully. Man. So yeah, 7 bags will fit in one, apparently. Really am making a mess, ain't I? Oh, I was like that a few days ago. Went out to eat with Mom, and no matter what I was doing, I seemed like I was spilling stuff. So annoying. It's like I was trying to dip up gravy, and it's like, oh, nope, gonna spill the gravy. Okay, there's a brown in here. It doesn't belong in here, but every time I try to get it, I'm just getting the purples. Well then, whatever. Okay. So I know I can fit 7 in a container. 4, 6, I'm gonna go 8. And we're 939. Of course, there's the most 939. Why wouldn't there be, right? I seem to like... Ooh, I made a mess. I seem to like my darker colored canvases, don't I? Mom says, not for me. It's too hard for me to see those drills. And I'm just like, uh-oh. Sorry about that. I was using a different light. My light died. So now we're on the camera flash, which maybe was the right way to go all along. Who knows? But don't mind me while I'm making a mess here. So yeah, I don't know. I seem to like my paintings with a lot of black or a lot of 939 or whatever you want to say. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Thank you. Pouring 8 at a time might be too much to pour at a time though. Or at least pouring it like this without having a boat to pour it into first or something. Oh boy. You guys would think I never kitted up a canvas before, huh? Don't mind me, just spilling drills all over the place. See, if I run out of 939, it's my fault. I don't think I spilled too many other colors as badly, so. Because again, you should have extra drills. You shouldn't have to be horribly worried about how many drills you have. You should have extra, where I should be able to waste a few. Like, I'm not telling you to waste drills, but if I lose a few here and there, it shouldn't matter. And I have spares of a lot of colors, so if it comes down to it and I have to deal with that, then I have to deal with that, right? So, how many bags do I have left? 2, 4, 6, 8. Wow. We're gonna have a lot of containers of black, huh? Okay. Oops. I ripped this bag too close. Oh boy. So yeah, the dogs are being pretty quiet right this second. I have the 2 girls and the boy out. Boy's laying on the floor with his blankie. My one girl's trying to eat something she shouldn't be. And I'm guessing the other girl's back in her kennel because I don't see her. they do like going in their kennels. Their kennels are their beds. They're happy with their kennels. So, at least the girls are. The boy, on the other hand, doesn't really care for his kennel. But the girls are happy for their kennels. They put themselves away a lot of the time. So I'm like, oh, well, you put yourself away, I guess. If you guys are ready to go ahead and take a nap in your cage, I'll leave you guys there and let somebody else out. So normally they kind of decide that it's their turn to go back. Well, then the boy, like I said, he never really wants to go into his kennel. But sometimes he has to. I don't know why he doesn't like the kennel as much. Like, he's just laying on the floor with his blankie. He could lay in his kennel with his blankie just as easily. Like, he's not doing anything that would be any different. So, some dogs, I guess, some dogs find the kennel like a cave, like a nice, safe space. Other dogs, I guess, don't. My old 2 dogs were also that way. They're like, oh, kennel, yay, kennel, cool. Unless you were locking them in their kennel to leave the house, in which case, separation anxiety, not so cool. Hey, look at that. We can do this perfectly. So yeah, my last 2, they were good with their kennels as long as you were in the house with them. If they were alone, then separation anxiety mean they didn't like kennels. Still remember my one poor boy. Will not forget that. I was at the store or something like that, and it started storming outside, and he not only had separation anxiety, but he also had bad reaction to fireworks or gunshots or thunderstorms or anything else. And while I was at the store getting groceries, it started storming. I didn't know it was going to start storming. Otherwise, I really wouldn't have left him locked in his kennel, because I knew he didn't like it. Like, he was terrified of it, and he liked to sit under me and just, like, shake like a poor little leaf. So, got home as quickly as I could, but he literally made himself bloody trying to get out of the cage. Poor boy. He was so unhappy with it and so scared. I don't know where he would have went in the house if he wasn't in the kennel. Like, but yeah, he was scared. And, like, no real damage or anything like that. Like, he didn't really have any marks on him or anything. I think he just kind of got at his gums a little bit or something like that, but he was partly white, so you could easily tell that he had some blood on him from something. And I did check him over and let him cuddle with me. And stuff was good, but just, he was definitely scared. Alright, so all these colors are done. I should have been putting them in here this whole time. So yeah, I tried, desensitizing them, and like, especially with puppies, I tried. The girl that I had, she was fine with loud noises. Like, the old girl I had, she was good with loud noises. Like, she'd walk right next to a firework. Again, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't know the person had set a firework off. But she walked right next to it and just kind of looked like, what was that? Okay. Like, she definitely heard commands and stuff too. She wasn't deaf or anything. She didn't care about noises. She was a very good girl. Not that the boy wasn't a good boy, but he was terrified of stuff. Just personality differences again. He was really well behaved too, other than once he started having his strokes, it seemed like his memory kind of reverted back to being a puppy. So he had all of his puppy energy and everything. But he also had the whole puppy, let's get into the garbage, and sometimes have accidents in the house and stuff. So, like, he didn't mean to, I'm sure, but not only that, his commands, his, like, sit and stay were rusty, I guess, but I guess you wouldn't call it rusty. It was just kind of reverted back to before he had everything down. Like, he was still the same goofy ball of fur, but he seemed to have forgotten that stay meant indefinitely. Because, like, before that, they both would. I could literally tell them to stay, walk across the street, and just leave them there for a while. They were good about it. But then he got to the point where he'd get in the garbage, he wouldn't stay when you asked him to. He was still good, and that it just... kind of reverted back a little bit, which is a very minor issue, I would say. Sometimes it made him where he needed eye drops because he couldn't blink or anything like that, and obviously that's a little bit more of an issue than, oh, he doesn't really know commands very well anymore. Like, yeah, it's nice if you have a dog you could literally trust to just sit there when you walk away from it. And I could literally tie another dog to my dogs and just walk away, and they wouldn't let the other dog pull them. So, like, you know, that's nice, but when he kind of started not being like that anymore, he just had to be kept on a leash for sure, you know. I tended to keep him on a leash anyway, but I would drop the leash and walk away. But once he started being like that, that wasn't the case anymore. But some of that stuff may just go as animals get older too, but he did have a medical issue that kind of did it with him. Alright, so we're all kitted up now. Blues, purples, pinks, oranges, white. 939 times 3, which is times 4 technically, and 550 times 2. So again, I should put a label right here on this container, but I put the labels up. They're like literally right there on the shelf right next to me. I could easily grab them, but am I going to do that? I think I'm too lazy. So now we get to start working on this canvas though. So here's the girl we're going to be working on. Oh, you see the dog's harness shining in the corner there. And you can see all my pins and stuff and trays and release papers in the other side there. But there she is. Nice horrific doll. So again, like I said, this one has like the more pinky, reddish, tentacle-y look. The other one was more black. So whereas this one has black spots around it, the other one had like the more black tentacles, black eyes. I think she had black hair. I don't remember well enough to be confident in what I'm saying, but yeah, I had the red one and the black one. So this is going to be fun. Hopefully it looks like all the letters are very easy to read. This is the older style with like the squares, even though the drills are round. So it should look better done than it looks now. So I'm going to have fun with this lady. And obviously, is that not nightmare fuel? Could you imagine if your head split open and a bunch of eyes were coming out or growing out of your head? So you can see the thumbnail up there. So yeah, could you imagine that? How is that not nightmare fuel? So, okay, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your nightmare fuels. Nice canvases so far. I'm sure we'll get more, but I'm recording this second day of this, I believe. It's the second or third day of this month now. I don't know what time it is. So, alright, you guys have a nice day, night, or morning. Hopefully it continues to go well, and hopefully you enjoy working on your paintings and seeing what other people are doing. I will have more for you guys.